quote unquote the knowledge of or the definition of youth will start from the time of puberty up until the age of 30. And this is more what some ulama say is the more preferred opinion. And then they say wisdom is perfected up until the age of 40. Beyond that, then you're in the rahmah and mercy of Allah, because there's a possibility from there zawal starts happening. Possibility. Obviously Allah knows best. But anyway, let's understand this. So let's just say from the age of puberty to the age of 30. Let's just take that opinion. Specifically, how did you spend that period of your life? What did you spend? What were the pursuits? What were the desires? What were the aspirations? What were the things that moved you, motivated you? What were the things that encouraged you? Each and everything will be asked how you spend each and every moment within this worldly life. فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَى وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَى. Every atom of good and bad will be questioned on the day of Qiyamah. Every small detail about your life. So this is why we as a particular, for you guys, this is a significant part of your life. The biggest dhokha, the biggest deception shaitan will put in your head, and this is common, so common amongst youngsters. They say, oh, it's alright, bro, I'll do it afterwards, innit? I'm young at the moment. Inshallah, I have full intention, but inshallah, when the time is right. The truth is that soon come, and inshallah, and hopefully one day will never come. Because the truth is, you and I don't even know when we're going to live until this worldly life. Or let's put it a bit more hardcore. You don't know when you're going to die. You don't know when you're going to die. You don't know when you're going to breathe your last. And you don't know which condition you're going to breathe your last in. So it's better for you to live your life in such a way that you, in a believer's way, in a mu'min way, in a way which will attract the mercy of Allah. So let's just say, God forbid, if you were to give up your life, or life were to finish at any moment in time, death were to come and knock at your door, you are completely ready, because every single day you're prepared for it. Do you get where I'm coming from? So don't have this thinking in the mind, oh, afterwards inshallah, and one day inshallah. Subhanallah, I was up north and we had a bayan, and I'm not sure who was with us from the youngsters from Crawley, but we went there, and one Maulana was giving me, this ajib situation, what happened, subhanallah. There was one youngster, mashallah, young hafid of Quran, and he's local Imam Sahib. He used to have a day off here and there, so he used to ask the young hafid who was his student, he said, better do me a favor, you lead the salah time to time. So the young lad, the hafid, he went home in this anticipation, I'm going to pray and lead the Salatul Fajr the next morning. So he goes home, obviously tells his dad is also a hafid or an alim, and he said, Dad, I've got to go sleep early, inshallah, I've got to lead the Fajr for Imam Sahib. Khair, no problem. So as time goes on, the father is thinking, why isn't my son ready yet? A knock or two at the door, calls his name and says, you've taken a responsibility, get up, wake up. Subhanallah, 19 years of age, he breathes his last and didn't even know he was not going to lead the Fajr Salah the next morning. Young boy, young lad, someone who thought he had the rest of his whole life in front of him. So this life Allah has given, it doesn't always end in a great fairy tale that you live until mashallah 60, 80, mashallah, you're sitting at home and people are reading nasheeds around you, and there's mashallah, that's not how it always works for everybody. You have to be ready that any moment, let's just say death were to strike. Are you ready to meet Allah with that face? Are you ready to meet Allah with that hisab? Are you ready to meet Allah with that kitab, those actions which you've done in this worldly life? If the thought makes you feel uncomfortable and uneasy, you've answered your own question. You are not ready to meet Allah. You need to fix up. And we need to turn, that's why we said we need to turn to Allah before we return to Allah. Make that a purpose of your life. Make that a must. Yeah, we hear about, for example, that we're talking about knife crime and gun crime and drugs and all these things. Yeah, that's all in its own place. But until one person doesn't have the azam, the intention, the irada to say, that's it, I've had enough and I'm going to turn to Allah. Wallah, when you take that first step, Allah will assist you and help you. But you have to take the first step. It doesn't just come just like that. You have to want to do it. You have to have that desire. You have to have that passion. And then Allah Ta'ala will guide you. So specifically the youth age, Allah will ask specifically and focus. How did you spend your life? What pursuits? What desires? What aspirations? What did you do? What did you not do?